Hey, what's up, everybody? I've been thinking for a number of days to jump in and give you some very quick training on something that you guys may or may not know about. I'm not too sure. But it's called an ecosystem, and for those that are familiar with it, you'll appreciate how it can really leverage your business, particularly in the light of some of you may be on differing platforms out there. Some of you may just be on Facebook, but as you're aware, there are lots and lots of social platforms, and many people are across all of them. Now, I'm not necessarily advocating that you become an expert in all. I'm a strong believer that you should master one system first, and once you start getting results, that's the time you start to look to scale to other platforms. But the whole concept of having your brand, and everyone should be working on their own brand, irrespective of whether you're promoting one or more offers, people will come to you because of you. You've probably heard that in different programs that you're associated with. So in essence, what we call this concept of being present congruently across all platforms is something called Omnipresence. Okay, now this is an online whiteboard, so apologies if it's not 100% clear. But omnipresence is basically how you appear to your audience, and congruency is making sure that you appear all the same. So if you're John Smith, for example, and your background is purple on Facebook, if you're on TikTok, then you really need people to be seeing the same kind of thing. So using your same profile picture and your same messaging and that kind of thing is all about being omnipresent. Okay, so we've cleared that one. We can delve deeper into any of these components. All you need to do is drop a comment anywhere in the group, and I'll consider your requests and whack some additional training up, because this is really important for you guys and girls to grasp in order to either get on the ladder with your first commission, or if you're not quite getting to where you want to be with regular consistent commissions, whether they're low, mid or high ticket, then this is what you really need to be working towards. Okay, so I'm just going to drop it down the marker here. So in essence, omnipresence, when we're looking at multiple platforms, is the ability for people to see you the same. And it's how you build your lead system by one central hub, which is largely your opt-in page, irrespective of how many offers and whether you change those offers. We'll get into that in a little bit more detail later on. So I won't go into all of these, but you kind of get the point here that it's Pinterest. What else we got? We've got YouTube, Twitter, and then countless others. So irrespective of where you're operating and whether you're posting videos on TikTok, repurposing them on Instagram, you're posting stories or just general posts on Facebook, you're running a pin board on Pinterest, or uploading videos, issuing out Twitters, or you might be on Quora, and as I say, there's lots of others you may even actually be running, which is important, although be very careful with these guys. Ads, if you're a beginner, please don't, because you'll likely, not for sure, but likely be losing large amounts of money because you don't know how best to work with those ads. And Facebook particularly are going to be making big changes in their ads this year, in the not too distant future. They're already ramping down the organic reach, which some of you may have realized, because your posts are not getting anywhere near the amount of reach that they were even just 6 months ago, let alone 12 months ago. But that aside, let's jump back. So your omnipresence from anywhere in those components comes into your opt-in. And what you want to be doing here, it's a way of driving and retaining your traffic to where you want them to be. So what I use this for is to obviously capture, and I'm not doing it with you guys yet, but in other avenues I am. Once we've captured them, you have a bridge page. You always want a bridge page. Now, whether that's a thank you page or something else, doesn't really matter, but you need something from the opt-in to your bridge page. This is all funnel based, by the way. You can use autoresponders such as GetResponse, and they'll give you all of this functionality included. And then what you want to do, say, for example, this is going to be happening in the not too distant future. Anyone who's in the group, this won't apply, but we're not at official launch yet. Once we're at official launch, there will be an opt-in and bridge page, because this group, I don't want just anybody in it. I want action takers, and I'm going to pre-qualify and be quite serious about pre-qualification. Anyone who doesn't answer questions won't be in. I don't care what the excuse is. It's just period. If you can't be bothered to undertake certain actions, then you're not serious, and that's what that tells me. You may agree or disagree, don't really care, but that's how I'm going to be doing it. So this might be Facebook group, could be anything. I could go into a lot more detail, but I won't, because that's really getting into something a lot more sophisticated, and that's way above something that should be for free. But the essence of this is that you can start, once you've got this ecosystem going, you can start building out with your email list newsletters, and letting people know, and just keeping your audience engaged fully, retaining them. There's absolutely no point, guys, in just building an email list and doing nothing with it, okay? It's for a reason. They are people that have signed up for a particular purpose, and you want to keep them engaged. If you don't keep them engaged, they will leave, and that's fine. There's absolutely nothing with wrong with people leaving your subscription if they're not getting the value that they thought there was. And statistically, it's proven that there's no relationship between people dropping out of your email list and your monetization of whatever you're trying to achieve, because those people have already lost interest in you, so they wouldn't buy anyway. Okay, so you can use all of this, and what all of this is going to be purposed for is basically your offers, okay, your dollars, your offers, and letting them know what you're up to on your other channels and what's happening, obviously, anywhere else in your world that is involving them. As I say, I could get more complicated, but this really gets into stacking systems, and that is not really what I want to cover here in terms of the free components. But I just wanted to give you an indication of the way, particularly with this part here, or actually not even that, forget that, forget this bit for the time being. Okay, you really want to be thinking about all of this here. Okay, omnipresence across all your sites, building them in, bridge page, email. And that is the bones of what is called in marketing your ecosystem. A lot of people tend to do it all kind of like fuzzy, and it's all over the place, and it doesn't work. It needs to be systemized. It needs to be a bit of a process behind it. If you've got any questions on this at all, just drop a comment or DM me directly. If you don't want the comment to be seen by others in the group, either is fine. I don't mind. I'm here to help you guys, and as I say, if you've got any other bits that you want to be covered within this group is for you guys. Okay, it really is. It's not about for me, or for me rather, to just create content that I think you're going to like. This group is for you. I created it to get people in, to help them. So tell me what you want, and I will try my best to try and answer those questions as best I can, either through a post or a video or combinations. Okay, so I'll close it off there, and I hope that really helped you. Thanks.